Hello, password is on the screen. Hopefully you can get into the quiz now. Okay, everybody come on in. I see you starting the quiz. The quiz, of course, is on the screen, the password, decisions. And this quiz you have 6 minutes to complete this quiz. Okay. Again, welcome to class, everyone. If you're just getting here, the quiz is open and the password is decisions. It's on the screen, I hope. And we'll be starting class at about 2:46, since the quiz is a 6-minute quiz. And if you get the quiz done early and you're interested, you can look at the stuff we'll be going on later today is actually in a Google Code Laboratory notebook, and so that link is on the wiki, and which is what you're seeing right now. And there's a lot, you can make a copy of it and you can play around with the code now or after class. Okay. Okay, so it's 2:40, class is officially started now. So if you're just coming in, make sure you jump right into the quiz because the quiz closes at 2:46. Given that the quiz has a 6-minute limit. You can see a lot of you have done it. Looks like most everybody's made it to class now. And most of you guys are done. And just as a warning, if you get to class late, you actually won't get the full 6 minutes because the quiz will shut down at 6:46. So encourage you to be on time. I think almost everybody's done now. Okay, that's it. So welcome to class. And today's agenda, of course, we just did quiz 6. The grades were a little mixed on it. About 25% of the people got the perfect, and then there were a spread of grades elsewhere. So anyway, if you're struggling with the quizzes, encourage you, do your reading, study the podules from the day before and make sure you understand them. And that's your key way of doing the best possible on the quizzes. And also, of course, you're welcome to come in and talk to me on my office hours. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about the 1950s. We're going to jump right into the Pogel then, because it's a longer one and I want to make sure we have time. Then we're going to, we're going to debrief on that and look at some while loops, including looking at this document that we're looking on right now, which, whether we talk much about this document or not, there's a link to this on the syllabus right here. While loops takes you to here. And this again is a document that you can make a copy of, and then you can run the sample code that I put in there and sort of play around with these loops. And again, and use these as a reference when you're trying to write code and you're trying to remember how to do these sort of things. And we have an exercise, class exercise we're going to do at the end if we get to it. So let's try to stay on task and we'll have some fun with that. As I mentioned, and then the 1950s, what was particularly intriguing to someone about the 1950s when it came to computation? I read through all of your papers. You had some interesting stuff. Who's willing to share theirs?
I can share, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
So I went to 1959,
Mm-hmm.
and there was this research establishment called SRI International, and they built a machine for Bank of America called IRMA. And IRMA was basically a huge innovation because before IRMA, people working at the bank were counting and like filing checks by hand. And so this was all fine and dandy until after the Second World War, because after the Second World War, the popularity of writing checks like boomed. Everybody was writing checks. And so IRMA was introduced to automate the process of like filing all of the checks. And so basically the way that it worked was that they developed a font that the computer could read, which I thought was really, really amazing. So they would use that font on all of their checks, and they would print all of their checks with this special magnetic ink. And so then they would then take those checks once they had been like filed by people and customers at the bank and scan them, and the computer would pick up the shape of all the letters in the font and be able to recognize what it said and therefore file it. And it could do the work of what would take a normal person who was like highly trained. It would take them 17 days. It could do that work in an hour, which I thought was really, really, really cool, because it's just like such a good example of automation becoming like 10 times, or not even 10, many more times, sorry, not the greatest at math apparently. It would make it so much more efficient and so much quicker. And it became so much quicker that Bank of America was the first bank to be able to introduce credit cards linked to your account, which I thought was so cool. So yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. I remember reading that by 1980, this is 30 years later, banking had become so dependent on computer processing that the estimate was that without computers, the amount of banking that was done in 1980 would require the entire state of California to do nothing but, banking, whatever the stuff you're talking about that bankers do to keep track of all this stuff, right? And so, I think we sometimes take for granted that, well, the computers are a way to sort of do some tasks that are mundane, but really for a lot of these things, they just make it possible, right? So much that is done, here in this case in the world of finance, just could not be even begin to be done, prior to the types of technologies that we bring to bear on the problem today. So yeah, very good. That was sort of the beginning of something huge. All right, so I'm gonna jump in now, and we're going to again. Well, actually, before I do that, remember a couple of days ago we talked about. Hang on here. Remember a couple of days ago we talked about algorithms, right? And we talked about sequence, doing things one after another. And then we talked about what did we look at last time? What was another sort of thing that we do in algorithms other than doing sequence? Anybody?
Iteration.
Well, that's what we're talking about today, right? So yes, we're going to talk about iteration today. What we talked about last time, remember, was if statements, right? Decisions. We can either do this or we can do that. And we used if, else, right? And today we're going to talk about iteration or looping, or doing something over and over and over, right? Until we're done doing it. And so that, so without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop us into today's POJL, and here it is. It's of course 23rd while loops, and again, so this one is going to take a bit of time. Let's see if we can be done by 3:35. I'm going to jump around and keep track on you, but try to stay on task, try to move ahead, and that will give us some time to regroup and talk some more about this. We'll watch your messaging. If it looks like it's taking a little longer, I might give us a little bit more time. And actually, even as I'm talking about it and seeing what time it is, let's do till 3:40. I'm going to give you, but of course, have your process handlers try to stay on task. And let me put you in your groups now. And we do have Professor Milnickel with us again, like we did last Tuesday. And if you're lucky, maybe he will visit your group. So we'll see. Okay, so I've got to find my button. The problem is I've got to make this bigger so my breakout room shows up. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7 groups today. So create and open all rooms. There we go.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't working for me.
Okay, did you not? You're in room 5. Are you not able to join it?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, now I see it.
Okay. There we go. How are you doing, Bob? I think you're muted.
I'm doing fine. I was invited, I think, to join room 5 maybe, but I thought I would give them a minute to kind of get themselves.
Yeah, I usually try to too, because in the beginning, they're oftentimes, especially this early in the semester, they're even getting to know each other a little bit, deciding their roles.
Right.
And then, sharing the document with me. And then what's kind of nice is with this approach, they open up the documents, start working on them together. And I actually open up all of the documents on this big screen. And then I kind of watch what they're doing, as well as jump into the groups. And I see them actually coming in now. So yeah.
Okay, well, I might just, I worked with Joe Bosel in statistics last semester, so I know him a little bit.
Okay.
So
Actually,
I may,
group 1, yeah.
Yeah, I may just bounce myself into group 1. The other, I do know Andrew and Dev and Tara, a few people from having had them in class. So let's see. Oh, Dev didn't get a.
Yeah, he's the.
Oh, great. Dev's the.
Right, and so I'm going
yeah.
to put him into. I turned him into a co-host also.
Okay.
He kind of jumps around.
Okay, yeah. So I'll probably just poke my head into group 1 here.
Okay, good. Well,
and yeah, okay. And I'll see you when you come by group 1.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, see ya.
Bye-bye. And you got it. I think I successfully made you co-host. Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'll start from room 7.
Okay, I'll
I'm
go
gonna
jump
thanks.
somewhere in the middle then. Okay.
Yep.
See you later. Well, we've got what we've got. I don't hate this computer. I just wanted it to be a little faster. You know, 'cause either he's gonna If he says no. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. First, yeah, I think I'm James Scott on Verizon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Uh,
We're doing okay.
Now, did you guys share your document with me?
Oh, I did not. I'm so sorry. Let me do that
Okay.
right now. It is shared.
How's it go? How's everything going? Making some sense or?
yeah.
hmm
I got it there, yeah. All right, you guys have any questions?
Not yet.
Not so
Okay.
far.
All right.
Just
That would
the,
just be the if, yeah.
Infinite loop.
Negative numbers on.
What are you guys doing?
We're on problem 4.
4? Okay, okay. And do you have any questions for me?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, so you feel like you're getting a sense of how this looping works?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going around. Send me a message if you need me to come back.
Okay, thanks.
Hey guys,
Hello.
how's it going?
Now, why are they both working?
Well, this one, no, run that. We're having some issue copy and pasting some code into a REPL. I think we might have just fixed it, and we did. Nice.
Okay. With
So we have, this is
which
our
one are
output.
you guys on?
5,
5. Okay, good, good, yeah.
6, 8, 10. That's what it does, right?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. All
Sorry
you,
about that.
my bad. No, go for it. What control structures are used in this code?
Remember we talked about the 3 types of control structures?
I don't. Does anybody remember what a control structure is? Does that just mean like the function? Is that-
Remember we talked about the in algorithms, we talked about sequence, selection, and repetition and iteration, right? Those are the 3 types of control structures. And so you need to pick which of those you see in this code.
Anybody got an answer?
Let's say sequential and repetition.
Fine.
I don't really know what selection would do. I
What's
don't
that?
believe you're selecting anything.
Well, how do you recognize selection?
Would that be an if statement?
Yeah, an F statement is
So there is
selecting
selection.
whether right. Right, I'm gonna move on.
number, so just remainder 1.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
Hey,
Professor,
how you doing?
we're struggling a little bit with this.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
That did something else.
Hmm.
Which,
Um,
which are you on?
We're on
number
number
five.
5
Okay, yeah.
on page 3.
And so when you ran it, nothing happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't be that nothing happens.
We added in an else clause and it ended up, so it was working, it just our parameters weren't right. So number equals 1, print number n.
And I just changed the remainder to 1 and it printed something, but if we change it back to 2.
Mhm. May also be a problem copying over. It could just be something like copying over from the Google Doc into the REPL. Messes with the formatting.
At times that can be it. I mean, that one, let me try that one. I thought it worked okay, but I will see if I get nothing here. It's number 5. Python, create REPL. Okay. So, right. So because it's indented, of course, you have to unindent everything, right? Did you do that?
We did that and it still had a little problem.
So you're getting an error
Even
message.
we wrote out the code.
Oh, right. Yeah. Wait, so you're getting, are you getting an error?
No, we just, nothing happened.
Is
Oh,
it-
wait, now we got something. Let me. Now we get 1 times 2 times 3, or 1x, 2x, 3x, 3, 4x, all the way through 10x.
Really, you get an X in there? Can you share your screen with me?
Yep, let me go back to Zoom.
Mine just says an error, I think.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, it says host is disabled. Screen
Okay,
share.
yeah, I'm gonna have to leave the room to enable. Hang on.
Oh, wait. Try it again.
All right, I'm in there.
Okay, it went away now. I'm not sure what happened. We ran the exact same code again, at least I think. It
Well,
seems
I'm having a little bit of problems with indentation, and so
not
see,
like
I
that.
redo all my indents with tabs, and it works fine. Yeah. So can you show me what you're seeing? Share your screen.
Yeah, I will now.
Not working?
Once it's forcing me to open my system preferences.
Oh, gee.
There we go. 1 second. Here we go.
I mean, I guess I can Open up your REPL too is another option.
And it's gonna quit me to. It's gonna force me to quit the Zoom. So can we do that? Can I share the REPL with you?
Yeah, I think you have the REPL in your
Mm-hmm.
in the thing, so I'm opening it right now on a different computer. Okay, log in.
I have a problem with this parenthesis and I can't figure out why. Unindent does not match any outer.
Okay, so that's, it doesn't like if you mix spaces and tabs, and when you just copy and paste it in, you kind of have to re-indent everything, okay? So what I would do is go in there and put everything over to the beginning and then use tabs. Because if you use a mix of spaces and tabs, Python is really picky. It doesn't like that.
Okay, I think we just got it. I ended up backspacing and re-entering.
Yeah, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
We're back to getting nothing. Output, yeah.
Well, let me look at it. So while number is less than 10, if number is divisible by 2, you have okay, so you need to look carefully in the Pojul. Notice that number equals number plus 1 isn't.
Oh, is
indented,
it
right? So
indented
what's happening is if you don't, no, you want it to indent 1.
once?
Right. The point is if you don't have that in the loop, it never moves ahead. It always stays on 1. And since 1 is
Okay.
never, right? So now try to run it. See
Okay,
that?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
That makes sense now?
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much.
Of
Yeah,
course.
thank you.